How are folks doing? What's up? So, I figured I'd do some headlines here, man. You know, we'll do this for now. How's everybody doing? So, you can see what this is. I'm going to be um, bringing up a Drudge Report in a second. Uh, we can see what's going on in the world, you know. Wild times, you know. That's for sure. Wild. Very wild. Looks like I'm in the low green. It's weird. Like, that's really strange. Maybe it's because I'm just not talking as loud as I normally do. I don't know. Hang on a minute. Give me a second. Oh, yeah. I don't have the audio on this. My setup is so crazy. It's like... Okay. Looks like I can hear myself okay. Like enough. You know what I mean? Hey, Krista. Yeah, it is dark. Clone 1. What's up, Clone 1? Hey, Anon999, what's up? So you see what this is. I'm going to do some headlines and stuff, but, like, because I've been out of a car, I've been having to buy the majority of food from the convenient because I'm walking, right? It's like I can't walk to the grocery store and bring back groceries for 4 people with no ride. So I've been using the EBT card at the convenient that's close because that's all I can do. There's nothing else I can do for even food. Okay? So the EBT's gone. Like, we got nothing, guys. We've got nothing. The money we had I had to spend on food because of this crazy stuff. It's really ridiculous. It's really insane. But that's what's going on right now. You know, it is dark, isn't it? It's crazy because it's only 4:41 in the afternoon, and it's like it's 8 outside. But yeah, it's one of those days. You know, she's got the flare up going on. You guys heard from her earlier. She's got a flare up going on. We have absolutely no medication at all, nothing. So I'm asking Mercy. You know, let's do the medicine fundraiser. I decided that's the best thing I could do. Be useful. Get on there and try and please, you know, you want to call it e-begging, whatever it is. You know, it's asking people for help when you're in need of help. I mean, that's what it is. It's a platform that I can do that, and a lot of you guys you have great hearts. You know, you really do. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm praying for. I gotta be careful how I do stuff, of course, though, because I got my desktop up here. And hey, Stock It To Me, nothing bad, really. You know, we're just suffering in terms of money to have some relief. That's the bottom line. And I mean, food too. I mean, we have food in the house. Thank God, because CPS, you know, helped us out, and we got stuff in the house. But yeah, things are rough. So there's nothing to help us in terms of medicine. And when Shani has a flare up, it's for me too. Okay, it's for me too. But when she gets a flare up, it's bad. You know, it's bad. But yeah, Sock It To Me, it's money. I need $35 for a flare vape. You can see on it's medicine fundraiser. It's right on the screen down here. $35 for a flare vape, and that lasts like 4 days. That's pretty good. The flare vape that we can get. It's Delta 8. That's the meds. It's Delta 8. It's the closest thing that she can get to what she needs without having the med card. You know what I mean? That's the deal. Getting the med card and having it for, you know, we're talking Delta 8. That's the medicine. Yeah. See, there's a big delay with some of you guys. I'm sorry. It's medicine Delta 8. The Delta 8 is the medicine. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's the closest thing. Now I have to explain again what Delta 8 is. It's a CBD derived. Why didn't I write Delta 8 fundraiser? Because it's medicine, Aries. That's why. I honestly believe a hybrid would be better. Well, I agree with you. But I mean, these strains that they have with Delta 8 are similar to the actual product. You know what I mean? It's similar to it. You guys know when we were able to partake and had the funds to, you never heard from us about money at all, and Shanny was being medicated because we could do it. We can't now. So it's like I'm literally just I'm coming to you, help my wife, you know, and me, because I'm all like I get the shakes pretty bad when I'm not medicated. It's bad. Yeah, I know straight THC helps really. It does. It does, but we're not in a legal state. So I can't buy marijuana. I can't. So that's what I'm doing with you guys. I'm asking, you know, if you got it, cool. If you don't, you don't, you know. Yeah, are you going to buy some CBD this weekend? You should try it. It's for the body, you know, for the body thing that comes from it. You call it a high, whatever. It gives you a comfort, without a doubt. I have RA and osteoarthritis. It changed my life. Yeah, marijuana, of course. Yeah, that's what she was doing out in Colorado because we could afford it and it's legal. Can't do that here. So it is what it is, but pretty soon I'm going to be knocking my picture off here and we'll go through some headlines. It looks like the main thing on Drudge Report is the Grammys, man. The new COVID regulations are going to kill the Grammys. Sweetheart, is the tires sorted out? No. Nope. You realize, you know, I'm looking for $35. No, we don't have a Cash App. I'm looking for $35. It's going to cost $400 to fix that tire because it's a brand. The car is very bougie. What the hell do you want? You know, it is what it is. No, the tire is not taken care of. The fundraiser, you see Shanny's. The fundraiser's still going for that. You know. Yeah, you're gone. You're just going to create problems. I can see that. G-Man is working hard on paying his own bills, let alone our Delta 8 medicine need. I'm done with that crap, because I know that person is just going to put doubts in your head about trying to help. You know, it's obvious. No, G-Man can't just drop everything and come and bring us Delta. You just can't. Yeah, you're gone too. I mean, I should know by the names. I should know. Anyway, yeah, I'm calm. Okay, I'm calm. It's just when you this business of live streaming is really weird. It like I'm sitting here and I'm just watching this chat and there's a few cool people in here, but man, I know where these people come from. You know, but I'm doing what I have to flip and do. My wife can't even move over there. She's trying to sleep this off. So I'm just absolutely, yeah, I know you care, Sakatumi, because you're one of Shanny's. You know, I know you do. Not all these people do. Nope, that's not real. The photo of a car with 4 good tires is not real, man. It's not real. My car right now is in my driveway, and I could take a picture of it with the bum tire. The tire's totally mutilated. Completely mutilated. They did that deliberately so that I could no longer drive. They did, the first thing they did at first was just take all the air out of it. But then they thought it was an awesome idea, because I was still using it, to go out there and take rebar and completely mutilate it. So that's what you're dealing with. Oh, you don't believe them? Well, thank you very much, Duffel Bag Girl. I appreciate that, because it ain't the case. I mean, if I ran out there right now and snapped a picture of it for you, I could. It's no good. I wish it were. Yeah, show them. Right, of course you want me to show them. Sock it to me. Of course you do. You're not going to hear me for a while. I'll be right back. Son of a bitch. That didn't take long, did it? No, not at all. That didn't take long at all. That look like a new tire to you on there? Wow, that's pretty bad, ain't it? Uh-huh.
They're looking at our tires.
There it is. No, they said prove it to them that it's still bad. Because there's a photo going around, apparently, of our car with four brand new tires. So I just proved, there you go. That was just now. I showed it to you. It's done. It's done. Yeah, you're worried about Shani? She's not all right. That's why I'm on here trying to get to raise money for this. Because she desperately needs medication. No spare. Nope. We don't got no spare. So that's the deal. I just proved it to you that, again, somebody that's putting stuff out falsely is lying. Again. Are you ever going to, like, just know that these people are lying? Because you should by this time. You know what I mean? Like, it's clear. They lie, and then they lie more, and then they lie more and more. That's just what they do, guys.
They lie and say you lie.
Well, I just proved that I'm not a liar, and that my thing is... that my tire is still busted, because I just filmed it and showed it to people. There you go. I know you believed me. So, that's about it on this. You know? I got $2.66 in my PayPal. $2.66. Yeah, I really want her to feel better. And it is a partly for me, too. You better believe it. You better believe it. I use it, too, to come down from this, you know? But Shani is using it for pain. And tremors and whatever else. You want to tell them everything you use it for. Where did the spare go? I have Durango, there's a spare. Yeah, it's gone. It was used. You remember what happened? No, maybe you don't. The spare was used. Nothing bad happened. Pants off, dance off. I'm just trying to raise money for some medication for Shani. Once again, the medication is Delta 8, which is a variant of, it's CBD. That's what I'm saying from now on, because that's what is clear. It's CBD. You have over 1,500 milligrams of edibles, Grampy. Well, good for you, dude. No, I don't need 2 tires. I don't need 2 tires. God, this is ridiculous. I'm going to go through headlines with you, and we'll see what's going on. But you know the need. The PayPal's there. It's at RevDude. If you can do it, I'd really appreciate it. And you're helping my wife. It's one of those days, guys. She has flare-ups, and I think it's one of those. It's really bad flare-up. So that's that. Let's go through some headlines here. See what's going on in the crazy world we got, you know. What a world. It gets crazier every day, you know what I mean? Just every day is crazier. It's all about, this is a bunch of Oscar stuff. It's like, I mean, there's a lot more serious stuff than the Oscars going on, folks. You know what I mean? Whatever. We'll deal with it. So we got Oscars and COVID crisis, virus running riot. Virus running riot. Is there a riot about the Oscars? I don't know. Nominees infected. Picket line for Jay-Z bash at Chateau Marmont. There's a bunch of like pop stuff. Woke madness. They're eating their own. No Putin jokes. We can't do any Putin jokes at the Grammys. Remember that. If they even have it. Now here you go. Here's the war stuff. Real hell. War nearing more dangerous phase. Let's pop that one up. See what this is about. This is in The Nation. Oh boy, you can't even do headlines anymore with all these ads. Like, have you guys realized how bad ads have gotten? Man, exclusive. Ukrainian's defense intelligence chief warns of real hell for Russians. Brigadier General Kirill Burvanov warning that Russia was about to invade his country was widely dismissed until the war began, so his latest predictions about the course of what is turning out to be a surprisingly long war are probably worth taking more seriously. A long war? It just started. Okay, in November last year, Brigadier General blah 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 sounded the alarm. Vladimir Putinov told the Military Times was using the massive Zapad 21 exercises in Western Russia and Belarus as a screen for a planned invasion of Ukraine. A day, wow, so okay, they were Putin was training for the, he had to have. A day, he had his guys training for it. A day later, Bloomberg reported that U.S. intelligence sources were saying that Russia was preparing for a multi-prolonged push into Ukraine. At the time, Putin's spokesperson denounced Budanov's claims as hysteria, and much of the rest of the world was disinclined to believe them, that is. Right up until the morning of February 24, when Russia's invasion of Ukraine began. As the head of Defense Intelligence Agency Ukraine, the GUR, Budanov is a member of a new generation of Ukrainian defense officials who model themselves on NATO officers rather than their Soviet predecessors. Really? He came of age after the fall of the USSR, working with Ukraine's Defense Intelligence Agency on operations in Russia-occupied Crimea in the middle of the last decade. In 2019, he was targeted by an assassin who tried to bomb his car. Budanov's appointment in 2020 by President Zelensky was criticized by people who said he was too young. Budanov is 36. Once in office, he went about his work building links with intelligence agencies from the United States to Turkey and focusing on making Ukraine's intelligence service less hierarchical and more horizontally integrated. The head of the United States National Security Agency recently said that since the beginning of the war, intelligence sharing with Ukraine had been revolutionary. I spoke the other day over an encrypted line about the war and some of its major themes. He was vowed to stay in Kiev and carry out his duties. I've been placed in contact with a filmmaker who's making a documentary about the war. Yeah, this is all about making money. This is money making war. I later fact-checked the interview with his staff using an official GUR email, speaking on the record Ukrainian through his translator with him in Kiev. He told me that despite the Ukrainian military's relative success at holding off Russians, the situation is very difficult. We have large Russian forces on our territory, and they have encircled the cities of Ukraine. As for the prospects of peace, despite the negotiations, they still remain vague and unpredictable. So yeah, they're like, yeah, this ain't gonna end. That's what that guy's saying. Possible shift in aim. Russia says Donbass is Ukraine focus in possible shift in aim. I don't know what the hell that means. The Russian military said it's focusing efforts taking full control of Ukraine's Donbass it's a region. Donbass region after a month of fighting that's yielded limited territorial gains, potentially a sign Moscow may be backing away from hopes of taking larger swaths of the country. So yeah, maybe he's going to cool it off, because did I bite off too much that I could chew? Maybe. Russia no longer in control of strategic city of Kherson, using white phosphorus, really. Ukraine claims that Russia's using white phosphorus. Yeah, well, Israel uses that on children. So they should... Wow. Give me a second here, folks. Oh my God. White phosphorus, yeah. That's always going to remind me of the government of Israel. That's pretty bad, isn't it? This stupid crap being open. I don't want this open. Go away. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Ukraine's president has accused invading Russian forces of using white phosphorus, a conventional chemical substance that can cause severe and indiscriminate harm to civilians. Do you think? Do you know what white phosphorus does, folks? It's pretty ugly. It just keeps burning. So I saw a video in Israel of when they did that attack on Gaza. There were children just rolling in the street, being burned alive with white phosphorus. Yeah, that's godly, isn't it? Unreal. This morning, by the way, there were phosphorus bombs. Phosphorus Russian bombs. Adults were killed again, and children were killed again, Zelensky said during a virtual address to NATO leaders on Thursday, as the military alliance held an emergency summit on Russia's war in Ukraine. The Washington Post has not been able to independently verify reports of white phosphorus being used in Ukraine, though the chemical is infamous due to the extreme damage it can cause. Other incendiary weapons and chemicals used by militaries for illumination have been mistaken for white phosphorus in the past. You mean like covering up for Israel? It's enough of that. Oh, we're doing it to have light. Yeah, right. You want to burn children alive, you sick freaks. Brigade commander dead after being run over by his own troops. No, I don't want a video, man. Nope. Nope. Bye-bye. Reinforcements coming in from Georgia. Really? Russia's moving troops into Ukraine from Georgia as reinforcements. Senior U.S. defense official says. Can you trust any U.S. official right now? I don't. Nope. Don't trust that one bit. Long on Europe's fringe, Poland take, because you have to understand what that's about. They're saying they're coming from Georgia. Yeah, that would mean that Putin has folks in Georgia, so let's spread it into Georgia. Do you get it? That's the media trying to create a wider war. And it's MSN. Literally, that's the website MSN. Microsoft Network News, whatever, you know. They want a nice big war. God, you gotta be kidding me. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Long on Europe's fringe, Poland takes center stage. Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna. That makes you think of World War II. Long on Europe's fringe, Poland takes center stage as war rages in Ukraine. Warsaw, Poland. After the White House announced this weekend that President Biden would visit Poland. Oh wow. Well, that's a great idea, Joe. That's a priority. Go meet with Poland. How about the border of our own country, which is the worst disaster that you could imagine now because of the leadership we have? Why don't you go to the border, Joe? That's a pretty big catastrophe, wouldn't you say? The Kremlin let rip with a belligerent tirade. Polish leaders were a vassal of the United States, gripped by pathological Russophobia, and their country a community of political imbeciles. What? Wait a minute. Is that how Poland is talking about us? No, the Kremlin ripped. Sorry. Man, you can see I'm not doing well either, that I couldn't grab that. It was the Kremlin that said that. Sorry. Instead of fearful jitters, however, the broadside of Dmitry A. Medvedev's deputy head of the Kremlin's Security Council stirred a burst of pride in Warsaw. This is further proof that the Russian threat. This is further proof that the Russians treat Poland seriously and see its growing importance in the West. Director of the Department of National Security. See, I don't believe any of these people. You have to understand that when you have an administration come in, they're going to put in all the people that think like them. And you have to understand that for some reason, since Zbigniew Brzezinski and the nonsense that went on with Russians, he always hated Russians, of course. He's a defector, Brzezinski. Ever since that time, the Democratic Party has been anti-Russia, like you can't believe. And it's all because of that guy. They worshipped Brzezinski like a god. So now everything Russia is horribly evil to Democrats. Now, I'm not saying I support Russia. I'm indifferent on Russia because it's not the United States. I care about the political state and the state of play of everything in the United States. Not Russia, not Ukraine, not Poland. That's where my mind's at, is America, because I'm a fucking American. You know? And check the PayPal. Thank you guys. If anybody's donating, I appreciate you. I can't even see your comments right now, but I appreciate you. Yeah, I got $2.66 in my PayPal. That's what I got. So let's work on that. Help me out, folks. All I need is 35 for Shanny. That's all I need, and it's for me too. I'm not gonna. It absolutely is. It's $35. Let's see. Russia's rage and President Biden's decision to make Poland his only European stop on Friday and Saturday after summit meetings in Belgium reflect a new reality created by the war in Ukraine. Poland is suddenly the pivot around which many of the West's hopes and Russia's fury turn, shaking off or at least obscuring its reputation as Europe's inveterate troublemaker. Poland's right-wing populist government has now taken their right-wing populist government and now taken center stage, embraced by both Brussels and the United States as a linchpin of Western solidarity and security. It shows no sign of retreating from its many fights with the European Union, but Poland, which has also quarreled with Washington, has repositioned itself as an indispensable and trusted ally. Well, isn't that interesting? So the enemy of my enemy really is my friend at this point. Because the Democrats are like, well, yeah, these guys are far-right government. And they're populist, which is exactly what Trump was, a populist. But we're going to be okay with that populism in Poland because this is gross and it... Okay. Update. Moscow forcibly taking civilians to across border. This is AP. That's a horrible shot of an individual that's been murdered in a coffin. See, they're violating all these things that they used to honor in media. They would never show you a coffin like that openly in the old days. Because they knew that that triggers, like, trauma in people. Well, actually, now they want to traumatize people. So they're going to show you all the coffins and more. More than that. How about some executions? You want to see some real executions? Yeah, that's what this world's turning into. And I just put up my hands and go, I don't want it. We need Jesus so bad, folks. Do you understand me? Like, really, 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 really bad. We need Jesus. Because this evil is just, it's overflowing. The cup of the martyrs, you know? This is disgusting stuff. And don't support Putin. Like, if you're a patriot and you thought Putin was badass, you know, whatever, fine. But look at what he's doing, okay? Do not support Putin. Now, that doesn't mean you have to, by default, support Ukraine, okay? An American should be neutral on this war because it has nothing to do with you. Ukraine accused Moscow on Thursday of forcibly taking hundreds of thousands of civilians from shattered Ukrainian cities to Russia, where some may be used as hostages to pressure Kiev to give up. 402,000 people, including 84,000 children, have been taken to Russia. What? 402,000 people? How exactly did they do that? That is a large number of people, folks. 402,000 people. I don't know if I believe this article. It's the AP. Did they put them on one of those great big, Russian planes that you see? I can't remember what they call them, but man, they're like our Harrier, but they're bigger. They're bigger than the United States Harriers. They're huge. Kansas nuke plant hacking target. What? Kansas nuclear plant. Get out of here. Oh my God, get out of here. Ads are horrible these days, folks. Very intrusive. A nuclear power plant was the hacking target of Russian spies. Nuclear power plant in eastern Kansas was one of the target of computer hackers organized by Russia's spy agency as part of the laws. See, do you believe that? Do you believe that? I don't know if I... Yeah, what's up, hon? I love you. What's up? What do you need? Do you need something, honey? Honey? What do you need, honey? Okay. I should get off of here, I guess. I would really appreciate somebody that has a heart to please help out my wife, because it's not good, guys. Okay, I'm really asking you to help my wife. See, here's the thing with me and these headlines. I just don't know anymore, folks. Like, Drudge Report is awesome because they aggregate everything, you know, and that's awesome. But the thing is, you just don't know these days, folks. about anything you hear. It's nuts. It's really crazy. Yeah, she needs medicine, guys. You've been trying to help this whole time? Okay. Well, she needs her medicine. You know, you have right in front of you where you can donate. I was doing the segment of the show that I agreed to, which was headlines. That's why I didn't see your chats. And I have no moderators. My wife is ill, sleeping. Okay? I have no one to help me at all. So, but I wanted to be useful and come on here and try and help my girl out. You know what I mean? Yeah, $35 ain't getting a new tire, yeah. Yeah, it's real funny. Yeah, it's funny. People tried to donate. Look, there's always a time, okay, when this stuff, I don't understand it. Anybody that operates on the internet that has digital forms of money knows how to PayPal works. You put the person's PayPal address in PayPal and you put the amount of money you want to donate. I have not received any donations. I have $2.66 in my PayPal. Now, what were you trying to tell me that I missed, that I couldn't, yeah, you know, give Venmo. Fine, my Venmo's this. Here's my Venmo. Here's my Venmo. There's my Venmo. I should put that on there somewhere. Tell me to shut up in my own show? Yeah, you're banned. Go to my wife's show. Bye-bye. You don't tell me to shut up in my own show. Bye-bye. Anyway, Shanny needs medicine desperately, guys. She really does. She really needs it. Do you guys realize that I was reading headlines and there's no way for me to look at a chat? I already showed you the tire. This is disgusting. Reporting his PayPal for scamming medicine. Yep, this is why I don't do this. If somebody out there does have it in their heart to help my wife out, we love you. And if you feel like you could do that for her, it's $35, man. I would really appreciate that. See you later.